Namaste. Welcome to the Mandir Store. In this video, we'll show you how you can assemble your mandir in quick, easy steps. You don't need to be a DIY expert to do your assembly. You can just use tools readily available in your home. Today we'll be using 3 simple tools. 1. A Phillips screwdriver, a pair of scissors or a sharp blade, and a hex key. And the hex key is already included with the mandir. So without further ado, let's get started. The mandir we have in front of us today is one from our Bala collection, but the same assembly instructions apply to all the mandirs. So we have 3 pieces in front of you. One is the base drawer or a cabinet if you selected a taller mandir. One is the back panel, which has the jali and the LED. And the third piece is our jharoka, that is the hood from which we will hang the latkans. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start by setting up the jharoka. All the tiny accessories and decorations are included in the base drawer of your mandir. You can also use the instruction manual that's included in the mandir, which has step-by-step instructions if you prefer reading versus watching the video.
Inside the drawer, you'll also find the hood screws, the center element which is the ohm, the hex screws that attach the back panel to the base drawer, and the hanger from which we will hang the latkans.
I'm going to be using the hanger screws as their label to place the hanger. The hanger has 3 pieces. 2 that go on the sides and one, the longer one, goes in the center. That is it. Your hood is now ready. The back panel is attached to these nuts that are on the back of your base panel. The purpose is to align these holes alongside these holes and then use the hex key and bolts to secure it in place. This is usually the only step where if you have an extra pair of hands, then that it will make the process much simpler. You can begin by just aligning the bolts to the holes without going further inside, just so that if one of them is not aligned, you can do so without having to undo the whole process. And that's it. So we've placed together the back panel along with the base drawer. Now we are moving on to place the hood onto the back panel. Please begin by finding the hood screws to secure your hood in place. As you can see over here, we have just enough of the hood screw protruding outward so that it helps us align the hood. Use your less dominant hand to hold the hood in place and your more dominant hand to screw it in place. Before you begin, please make sure that the hood is completely flush against the back panel and there are no visible gaps. Once you have placed the hood, make sure that it's not moving and it's secured. Here I have the center element. If you have one of the larger mandirs, then the center element goes onto the pre-existing dowels. For this design, we leave the center element with double-sided tape just so that you can align it with the height of your puja idols or your deities. Now I'm moving on to putting the latkans using small S hooks that are included. So there it is. Super easy installation of the mandir. Before I plug in the LED, I'm going to make sure I clean out everything. So our mandir setup is almost done, but here is my most favorite part, plugging in the LED. Without the LED, the setup is not complete. And the light just brings so much warmth, not just to your mandir, but to your entire home. You would have to locate the LED pin either at the back or on the side of your mandir and plug it in. Here you go.